games. Whoop, let's go. Hursty Games, and this how we do. Now it's time we...
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to a FIFA 22 video. Today we're going to be looking at some of the best defenders for the start of FIFA 22. Now a lot of these guys are mainly in there because of their pace. There are some very quick centre-backs this FIFA, and it is centre-backs that we are just looking at today. I've got 13 of the best centre-backs. They're all gold, they're all just standard rare or non-rare gold cards, as obviously we don't know any special cards apart from icons, but I'm not including those yet. But a lot of these will probably have a relatively large initial price, but will be cards that will go down quite heavily after a while. Now, I'm not going to sit and say all of these will be budget centre-backs, but I think a lot of them will have a relatively high initial price just because of the sheer pace on these players. All of them are above 80 pace, which is very, very quick for a centre-back. So, without further ado, if you guys enjoyed this video, leave a like. Make sure you comment down below any centre-backs you're intending on using. Hit that sub button if you're new and turn notifications on to be told anytime we upload a video. But for now, let's look at these disgustingly overpowered centre-backs. Let's go. Okay, up first we are looking at Saint Just. Now this guy looks absolutely disgusting. 91 pace, the fastest base centre-back card in the game. And he is not only Dutch, so has decent nation links, but he is in the Bundesliga, so obviously has very, very good league links as well. Now, this is a card I am not looking forward to play against. I think he is one of the most disgustingly overpowered cards in the game, and honestly a Sentinel card, and this card looks even more outrageous. Honestly, I don't see this card being cheap throughout most times of the year. There's a very, very small period of times where actually 91 pace will be sort of a somewhat average for centre-backs, but this guy is disgustingly good and looks very, very, very overpowered. So if you're thinking of getting this guy on your starting team, he's going to be expensive, so please bear that in mind. He is not going to be cheap, just remember that. But honestly, Saint Just for me, again, the quickest centre-back in the game, and yeah, he's going to be absolutely outrageous. Going on to a team also in the Bundesliga, we're looking at Lacroix. Lacroix also looks horrifically good. 88 pace, so only a little bit slower than the Saint Just card, with slightly better stats in all honesty. Good defense and decent physicality as well. I mean, you could maybe go an anchor if you want somebody to be as quick as the Saint Just card, but again, Sentinel and this guy's going to be absolutely ridiculous. Just a very, very nice looking card. Stamina is the only small thing I would say. He's got less than 70 stamina, but again, I don't know fully how stamina is going to be running this FIFA because I've only played the beta, so time will tell a little bit with that one. But Lacroix to me does look pretty darn good. Klosterman, another very quick centre-back and another Bundesliga centre-back. Bundesliga defences, I think, are going to be very frequent in the starting of FIFA 22. And again, very good defence, decent physicality, very good stamina in comparison to the Lacroix card. 85 pace, also quite tall at 6'2". And yeah, Klosterman I think is going to be another very good starting card. Onto the Prem, and we have Godfrey, 83 rated, and our first non-rare card of the list. And realistically, again, I think Godfrey just looks very decent. Again, physical, very physical, in fact. Decent defense, decent dribbling stats on this as well, which is actually worth noting. Some of the other cards also have decent dribblings, but I think Godfrey, again, is going to be somebody we see a lot of. Being English, being from Everton, obviously the Premier League, a very, very good link and easy to link off to other cards. Plenty of good starting Premier League cards this year, so I expect to see him relatively frequently. I wouldn't be surprised to see him linked up to like a Pope or a Pickford or a Henderson. Again, Godfrey I think is going to be absolutely phenomenal throughout the year. On to the Eredivisie and on to Timber, 83 again on the pace. Decent dribbling, very, very good dribbling in fact. Decent defense and physicality split as well. And I have to say, I think Timber looks very, very good. Again, as we said, lots of very good Dutch players, a good link to have at the start of the game. There's some very, very good Ajax players as well, actually. In a concept team I made, I had a full right-hand side of Ajax players. They look like they have a decent couple of players in there. Obviously, would link to that Saint Just if you can manage to afford him. I think Timber will be that bit cheaper just because of the Eredivisie link, even though he's Dutch and does have good links off to other leagues through his nation. But yeah, I think Timber looks very, very good, and I think will be very effective as well. Now we're going to look at Denea, Belgian in the League Un. Now, the thing with Denayer, very physical, very good defending. 81 defense and physical on an 80 rated card is actually very surprising. Also has decent dribbling, not bad passing stats at all, but 83 pace on top of that. I think he is going to be a fantastic starting centre-back. Again, Belgium is one of those sort of weird links that it links off to a couple of very specific players, but yeah, a player that didn't make this list, Delay is how I'm going to say it. I think he's ex-Leicester. He's actually got quite a quick card this FIFA, but I don't think he really looked quite good enough to make it onto the list. But Denayer looks fantastic. Ligue 1, again, a lot of very good players in the Ligue 1 for starting teams, and I think Denayer is going to be very good. Back to the Bundesliga, and we're going to Guevarda, who's at Leipzig. Again, we'll get that strong link to Klosterman, but again, another very good player from the Bundesliga for a centre-back. They've got so many quick centre-backs, and Guevarda is just another one to this list. The defence stat is a little bit low, but his dribbling is very good. He used to play as a left-back. I think he played at left-back for Croatia in some of the Euros as well. But Guevarda is a very good little player. And very good physicality, so it'd be interesting to see if that defense stat is a bit of a problem. Again, Sentinel wouldn't be the end of the world. If anything, you'd probably try and go Shadow, just because realistically the physicality is relatively okay. It's stamina that pulls it down a little bit, and you can't boost that. So I think Guevarda does look decent, especially for a 75 rated card. Up next, we go to Takamori, Englishman over in the Serie A. And again, Takamori to me looks fantastic. He was really good at the start of last FIFA. I'd expect him to be just as good at the start of this FIFA. And again, English, very easy to link off to other leagues, but also the Serie A got some very good players in their own right too. Again, very good sort of pace and attribute splits across the board here. I think the physicality is decent. Stamina 73, I think 70 plus. I'm hoping 70 plus, like it was in 21, should be enough, especially up until sort of like, you know, the Christmas sort of part of the year into December. Should be plenty for a centre-back. It shouldn't be that you get too caught out with that. But again, I think Takamori will be used in a lot of starting teams. Off to Akanji, yet again, another Bundesliga centre-back, and yet again, another fantastic looking card. Again, I've got a lot of teams with Akanji in there as concepts for starting players. I think Dortmund have got a lot of very good starting cards. I think you can get a couple of easy links off, and then just work Bundesliga players from other teams around them for like easy chemistry to some if you want to split off into a hybrid into another team. I mean, prime example, Akanji links to Berkey as a perfect link, and then you can kind of just, I guess, really do what you want from there with a couple of nation links or league links. So I think Akanji is a very good starting card. Again, 6'2" and 81 pace sounds disgustingly good. Acceleration's a tad low on it, but I don't think it's that bad. And again, I think Akanji is going to be very good at the start of this game. Joe Gomez, again, I think will be very expensive because it's Joe Gomez. 83 Joe Gomez last FIFA was fantastic. He's got a -1 down to an 82. I don't think he's going to be bad at all. I think he's going to be incredible. So I personally, again, the only stipulation with this card would be the stamina and the starting price. I think he's going to be expensive again because he's English, he's Premier League, has decent links off to other people. But again, I just think the fact that it's Joe Gomez and how good he was last FIFA, I think that will automatically give him a starting price of slightly higher than normal for the next one. So personally, I think Gomez is going to be a good starting card, but I expect him to be a little bit expensive. Upamecano, basically kind of the same deal here. 81 pace, 81 dribbling, 81 defense, 81 physicality, not dribbling, 68 dribbling. But again, the stamina 65, not amazing, but again, hopefully it's okay, especially for the first part of the game. But again, Bundesliga, another incredible Bundesliga looking card. French from Bayern Munich, going to be very easy links. Plenty of very good links off to other players and other teams and other leagues even. But I think Upamecano is going to be pricey. I think him and Joe Gomez will both sit at relatively high prices because of their easy links to not only strong links but also soft links into other players. I think Upamecano is going to be fantastic, and I do not want to play against this card. Again, the only thing will be stamina, but time will tell whether 65 is horrifically low or if it's okay. Lucas Verissimo, hopefully I'm saying that right. An interesting one over in the Liga NOS, playing for Benfica. This card looks really good. I really like Verissimo's card. 81 pace, again, very quick for a centre-back. I mean, according to this list, it's relatively slow, but 81 pace is very good for a centre-back. And again, defence physicality splits are all fantastic. And he actually links off perfectly, or not perfectly, but links off well to Pepe, also in the Ligue NOS. Different nation, different team, but still a soft link. And Pepe looks outrageous. Honestly, I think one of the best cards on this entire list, even though he is, again, the slowest. 87 physicality and 82 defense on an 82 rated centre-back, by the way. That's crazy. I think this guy's going to be really, really good. I see a lot of people putting him in their potential starter teams. I see why. I 100% see why. I think he's going to be incredible. I think him and Verissimo, if you're looking to make a Liga NOS team at the start of the game, there's some very, very good players, some very, very good players across the board. But I think it's going to have a small price to it when you've got players like this looking as good as they do. I think Pepe looks very, very good. Again, Portuguese isn't a terrible link off into other nations. Players like Renato Santos, for example, who is going to be expensive, so please bear that in mind. But he will link to other people. But I think he's a very good card in his own right. And as I say, one of the best centre-backs, I think, on this list, even though there are some absolute belters on this list. However, that is the end of my list here. 13 very, very good starting centre-backs. If there's any centre-backs that you're particularly excited about looking out for, especially for like starter sort of teams, again, there's a couple of players in there I think will be that bit expensive, but because of the ratings, I've kind of included them in a starter team sort of build-up video, if that makes sense. If there's any players you think I missed out on, comment down below, let me know in the comment section. And if you have enjoyed the video, please leave a like on the video. Supports me, the video, and the channel out a whole bunch. If you're new, hit that sub button and turn notifications on to be told any time that we upload a video. For the catchers on our live streams, Hursty Games YT over on Twitch, link is in the description. While you're down there, make sure you check out our channel sponsors of M21 and Real Footy Prints. Code Hursty will get you a discount. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. The card says, and of course, wash your hands.
What?
In a bit.
Now his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat, or say hello. Entertained, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'm a read it slow. Hursty Games, yeah, you already know.